But it's really a real evolution of humanity, that the expression of light language is really coming to the forefront of spirituality. I know a lot of people who are starting to really reconnect to their light language, their soul language, which is what it really is. Light language is the expression of your soul, and it expresses itself in so many different ways. For me, when I first connected with it, I started with hand and body movements. I connected to my own energy, and I started to flow in these hand movements that I felt were clearing and healing myself in such powerful ways, but I didn't understand at the time. And it wasn't called light language. It wasn't labeled light language when I was being taught it. Last year, when I was in a clubhouse room, that was with a bunch of people who were doing activations and transmissions. And I was driving down the freeway, and I felt this laser beam of light going into my third eye. And it was so intense that my eyes were blinking. And I'm driving down the freeway at 100 kilometers an hour. And I'm asking my guides, is this okay? Like, is this safe? I'm driving really fast here and I can't really slow down or pull over. And they said, just go with it. Just go with it. And I knew that there was a really powerful activation happening for me. When I got home, my hands started moving crazy. My body was moving. And then all of a sudden, I just started speaking. I started speaking in a language that I've never spoken before, and I couldn't stop it. And it was so powerful. My body was vibrating. My cells were illuminating. There was something shifting and rearranging within me. And that was the start of my spoken light language journey. And since then, I've used it in a lot of my work, in my spiritual coaching, in activations and attunements that I do. And for me personally, it's been really transformative, because every time I express my light language, I know that I am filtering through all the layers of myself, my human self, to get through to the multidimensional layers of my I am. And as you know, the soul experience is so multi-layered, so multidimensional in the ways that we have traversed the universe across time itself. And every time I express my light language, every time I share something, every time I just sing to myself in light language, I know that I'm illuminating more of the dormant DNA that is ready to be revealed for my own evolution, for my own evolution and highest purpose and learning. We're not here to remember everything in this human experience. We are here to master certain aspects of ourselves. And through the light language experience or expression of self, we start to access those multidimensional aspects that are for our highest purpose and highest remembrance of who we are and why we came here and what we're here to do. So today, what I'd love to do is give a light language activation for the collective. And I pulled a couple of cards from my Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck, which is my favorite deck. And but firstly, I would love to set up sacred space to ensure that we are all safe, we are all protected, we are all guided with the highest intentions of love, with the legions of light that are here to support us. So if you can, please close your eyes and just allow yourself to drop into your heart space. Center yourself, prepare yourself for this divine work, to co-create in this space that we're in, to share our most naked, vulnerable truths as we co-create in this energy with the loving intention of expressing ourselves from our cosmic hearts. Zasur divinarda ba ishar de mi watikina vada nurda, lavandu sirafan, ratu sardimi inishara vatakia, namardu ursha sitinya de virotur, makarda meyeti, rata sur de vienna karda inna, nurde, rahasatur, masarduvar dikira namasturda veyeki, na fardu sira namarota, ratu sur de viyak, Rahasanu rehisia, Taking a deep breath in and breathing down into the inner chambers of your heart and settling into that soft space, the dark space, the voids within your heart, where your quiet truths may be given opportunity to arise in your own power and healing and activation today. Thank you. So the 3 cards that I pulled for the collective today, the first one is new blueprints, right? We've all heard the talk of the new earth and what we're here to do in humanity's ascension. The second one is endless opportunities. And haven't we all felt that, experienced that in some way, in all of the ways that the pathways are opening up for us, in endless opportunities for our exploration and our adventure? And the third one is the portal keeper. All of you here who are gathered here, or maybe listening to the replay later, we are all portal keepers of divine energy, of divine transmission, that we are architecting the new earth as we breathe, as we speak, as we intend. And this is a big responsibility. And we have all come here contracted in some way, shape, or form to build the new earth, to contribute to this cosmic web of consciousness that we are all part of. This is the divine plan. And the new blueprints are already here. We're merely filling out the gaps, filling in the spaces, contributing in our own way, these tiny little building blocks to continue building and architecting this beautiful space, this energy that is being uplifted within us, that is being illuminated within us. We've been through some very, very powerful portals recently. We came through the 6-6 portal, which I'll admit hit me like a ton of bricks. And then the 7-7 portal and the 8-8 Lionsgate portal. And we're about to step into 9-9 shortly. Those 3 portals that we've stepped through really ushered us into a very high vibration and frequency that has never been felt before. This is the new age. This is when we are really stepping into our greatness and really stepping into our highest potentials. And you may have felt this in some way, shape, or form as we continue to shift through our shadows, shift through the human nonsense that we have accumulated to really unearth the gems that we are made of, to start illuminating the brilliancy and the luminescence of our etheric light body. There's been also a huge time of pause for us to integrate and anchor these energies, but it's been a pregnant pause. We have been evolving and growing and developing something, a new armor, a new way of being, a new way of thinking, feeling, experiencing with these new energies that we have stepped through with each of these portals. And we have gathered and accumulated so much light, so much momentum, so much change within us is happening, evolving in every moment as you breathe, as you inspire and change the frequency to higher frequencies of light and love that you are capable of in every in-breath. And with that change, as you expire through that experience, you are gifting yourself, your experience, your wisdom through the out-breath to those who then inspire next to you, near you, afar from you. We are all inspiring each other in these powerful times. So let's all step into the role of being portal keepers for each other, to keep illuminating ourselves, and in the self-reflection of each other, to continue inspiring each other to be the best shining light, the brightest light that we can be as we continue along this evolutionary path. So with these cards in mind, I'd like to offer a light language activation transmission for us to really integrate and anchor into the deeper cellular levels that are available to us at this time for all of that accumulation of light that we have experienced. So if you can, again, close your eyes and center into your heart space. Breathing in down into the center of your heart. Following that centered point deeper into the inner chambers of your heart. Breathing in again and following it deeper until you find that centeredness. Pause, rest, and settle. The center of your center. Open your heart to receive. Listen with your heart, opening all the pores of your body to receive deeply this transmission of love that's coming through from the Pleiadians as they gather around us to support us and infuse us with their wisdom, with their guidance, and their protection. One now high Ansawandu Yatira kardu urdeki arshtardi mikira nardu Narda fasurdeve rakandu tasardi ikinardabao Davardehi dashardi bivurdavan Lakarde vashingarvai Natanai Luftarda fasurdeve akira babam Woturdevia arda nikurda lekiyeshtara marukurdo nanekira nakurde sak rusurdevikai naturdeveki langana rusurdevigarde beve ukurda vayeki nasurda vayekira vazana kurdeveki yara. Let more of the walls crumble around you. Be not afraid of what lies beyond, for know that you are held in infinite grace and glory of the self that is arising in your truth and your own power. Rahu surdevi ardabaki. Nasardava surde. Rahu surdevi kanarabatu surdevi kinardai. Nasana tu surdevi aki. Nastarda vakurde vengenera. And they're asking you now to reorientate yourself so that your directional points are reoriented to the truth that is most resonant to you at this time. So reorientate your north, south, and east directions. As you breathe down into the center of your heart, the center of your center, take note of where north is and reorientate, pivot, and change direction so you are facing true north and that all your directions come into alignment. Yes, your points of reference have changed so much. You are now attuning to the highest levels of love and light, aligned with the cosmic web of life that you are all interconnected with, surrounded by your brothers and sisters who hold you in integrity. Reorientate and pivot slightly or pivot a lot. Maybe you need to flip backwards. Maybe you've completely flipped back to front, left to right. Doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense. Reorientate yourself and find your true north. Dardu surdevi anarda pa urde yasar. Masurdevi haya na kuturdevi yatinga. Yes. There you go. Find the alignment and start adjusting softly, gently, until you feel that click, that gentle click into place where you know you're at the center of your center. Good. And now, in your new orientation, breathe in for 3, hold at the top for 3, and relax in your breathing to set in your space. Good. Breathe in for 3 again and holding at the top for 3, really settling into this new energy, this new perspective. Ease. Breathe out. One more time. Breathing in for 3, holding for 3. Relax. Good. And in this new space, look around you. Look what's ahead of you. The central sun is right in front of you, directly in your line of sight, completely aligned with your solar plexus. Good. Allow the sun's rays to shine upon you, warm you, and re-inform you of your unique place, position, and location in the cosmos. This is who you are. Good. And now, open your solar. And for some of you, it may feel a little difficult to open in your solar plexus because your point of reference has changed so much. If you find that resistance, if you find that density, breathe in through your heart space and then push that energy down into your solar and enable that expansion. Good. Easily, gracefully flowing through your central heart. Let it flow down softly, meltingly, gently, lovingly, and slowly open your solar. That's it. Opening it more. Share your light. Your solar plexus is your own sun, your central sun within your energetic body. Open up your sun portal and reveal your light. As you open, feel your posture straighten. Feel the alignment that is coming into your body. Feel your spine straighten. Feel it lengthening all the way through the top of your crown, pulling you up. Good. And as you open now, shine out through your solar and project into the central sun that's directly in front of you. Good. Project more and create a solar bridge of light with your own light codes as the central sun beams its own solar bridge towards you, meeting you in the middle. This is divine masculine energy. meeting in the middle, projecting more of your solar code, solar light, coming into connection with the central sun, meeting in the middle and connecting in that beautiful bridge of light. As the divine masculine sun reaches you and continues to project into your solar plexus, re-informing you of your divine masculine essence, the original codes of your divine masculine, resetting, restoring the essence of your divine masculine in this new point of reference, in this new alignment. The divine masculine holds space for your transformation, a sacred container for you to flourish in your divine femininity. We are all made up of equal halves, divine feminine and divine masculine. Let those halves meet now in harmony and synchronicity. As the sacred container of your divine masculine transforms, molds, and flexes in the way that you need to flow for your expansion. Good. See how that feels different? Breathing out, breathing in gently, breathing out all of the soul energy of the divine masculine that you are transmuting. Good. I'm just going to pause here and check in. Lisa, how are you doing?
I'm just listening, and I can tell you I'm going to come back and do a replay because this is absolutely amazing. That was so powerful. And I hope that everyone that's just joined in, if you just joined in, go back and check the replay out. Absolutely amazing. Love it.
Yeah. We are constantly shifting and changing, and we must be flexible and adaptable to allow ourselves to change and shift in the way that we need for our highest good, our highest purpose. And it's not always in the way that we think, or we know, or that we want or desire. When we surrender to the flow, the universal flow within us, and we just allow us to be led, allow everything else to crumble as it needs to, we're held infinitely, infinitely. Okay. So the other thing I wanted to do today is to invite the audience, if you feel called to come up and share if there's something that's troubling you, or if there's something that you feel on the cusp of that you need help to just give you that momentum or that push over that boundary to help you cross over to the next level of your expansion, learning, and remembrance, then please feel free, come up. I will assist you, guide you to find the pathway within yourself and help you to illuminate the DNA that is ripe in this moment for your highest learning and remembrance to continue your evolution. So if there's something that's troubling you, or if it's just something that you feel you need a little help with, or nothing at all, if you just want a little light language oomph, please come up and share. And I will do individual light language transmissions, activations, and healings. And we'll go from there and see how that goes. Lisa, how's that? Does that
Yes, yes,
work?
yes, yes. I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Fabian. And I wanted to say for those of you that just joined us in Clubhouse, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on the feeds, everybody. Just to reset the room, my name's Lisa Huber with the Divine I Am Broadcast Network, and you're listening to the very lovely and extremely talented Fabienne Lui. She's live now on that pin link, the YouTube link above. And I'm going to go into Clubhouse first and say, Krista, are you there? Krista helped us with our tech, and I just wanted to check. And if anyone on stage is interested in receiving energy healing, please feel free to flash your mic.
I am here.
Yes. Oh, you are there, Krista. Thank you, guys. And thank you, everyone, for flashing your mic. And then I'll go back into the feeds. Krista. Hello?
Yeah.
Hi. Hi, honey. Thank you so much for your help earlier. Krista, Fabian, Krista.
Hello, Krista. How are you today?
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that transmission. It was so powerful.
Yes. Yes.
How can I be of service today?
I have been taking light language classes for about a year now and trying to do everything possible, but it seems that I am the only one in all my classes that have yet to actually start speaking any light language. So I was just wondering if you could help me with assistance there.
Yeah. So, light language comes from your heart, and it's not a thinking thing like we have in the spoken language, like English or other languages. It comes from the heart, and you can't push it. Okay. What I'm seeing around you is so many bubbles of light almost that are all of the things that are waiting to come into expression. But I also feel like your light language is not going to be spoken first. So light language can be expressed in many ways, right? We're very used to speaking to communicate. That's our first go-to. Light language can also be expressed in hand and body movements, in singing, in toning, in painting, drawing, writing. There are many ways in which to express light language. Have you explored other means to uncover your light language, Krista?
I've tried like body movements, and there was a couple times while I was doing like my angel cards where I just relaxed enough and let them kind of direct me on my questions with my body, but that was about it.
Okay. I'm going to pull a card for you. It's ether. So the connection between your third eye and your crown and up into your soul star is not as steady or not as connected as it could be. All right. So let's do this. Close your eyes, drop into your heart space, and let's connect up the chakra column from your heart all the way up to your soul star. All right. So breathing down into your heart and letting all your thoughts, all your frustrations of not being able to express light language, speak light language, just dissolve, just melt down. Bring all of that stuff into the vortex of your heart of hearts. Just let it melt down good. And breathe into that. Breathe down deep into that. Start connecting into there. And then now, as that momentum builds up in your heart space, bring it up into your throat chakra. How does that feel? It feels like there's resistance right at kind of where your Adam's apple would be.
I'm feeling that as well.
Yeah. Okay. Zardu sardevianu hoshardevienu kurdayeni yarda bavai nustardavanu kurdevieni yarda pavorte. Nakana luh ostardeviyarasu. Do you allow yourself to really speak your truth? Soul language is about absolute truth. Your absolute truth that knows no boundaries, no obstruction, no perception of judgment or bias. It is just a pure expression of the highest levels of your loving self. I want you to call your team together, your higher self, your ego, and your inner child. I want you to call your team together into your throat chakra. They're a bit reluctant to come, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm getting a little resistance.
Yeah. Your throat chakra doesn't feel like a safe space. because you don't allow yourself to really speak your truth. There are so many things that you don't allow yourself to say, even though you can say them. I feel like if you did speak your truth, it would be heard. But for some reason, you don't allow yourself to express your truth. So with these blockages, your light language doesn't have a strong pathway to travel because there's so much disconnect within yourself, right? Call your team in again. Call your higher self. Call your inner child. Call your ego. Call them lovingly. Bring your heart energy up into your throat space. Make it a safe space. Without judgment, doesn't matter what's going on in your throat chakra. Just invite them into your throat chakra to let them see what's happening there. When you're disconnected to those aspects of self, it's very hard to listen to what's going on or know what's going on. That's better. Now they can see what's happening there. What are you experiencing now, Krista? What are they saying to you?
I'm free.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And not only that, they are here to support you through this process, right? When we're talking about shadow work, it's often because our inner self, our inner child, and our ego have been neglected and ignored. When we reclaim those aspects of self and all of the baggage and burdens that they carry on our behalf, we start integrating that back in the acknowledgement that we are all of that. And when we start accepting those pieces of ourselves, that's when the healing starts. That's when the transformation starts. That's when the reconnection starts. You inviting your team into this space is showing them that you are willing to see them, that you are willing to see yourself in all the ways that have been ignored and neglected. And then the work begins. So let's do a little bit more. Without judgment, without bias, without any, just observing. And it doesn't matter how dense or dark or how icky it feels, just allow yourself to just see from a very objective place. Bring up this energy with your team, bring it up through your third eye. And again, it might feel really, doesn't feel good to bring them up. Doesn't feel light or familiar, but that's okay. Bring them up into your third eye. Let them see. Let yourself see yourself in absolute truth. And just breathe, Krista. Just breathe. How does that feel?
It felt a little murky at first, but I felt like I finally broke through it.
Yep. Yep. Again, as you are allowing your team to be a part of your process and not separate to the process, when you are acknowledging them, you are again creating the pathways of connection. I feel these chakric columns have been blocked and disconnected for a while. And now we're going to go up into your crown and just let them sit in your crown. Bring them up into your crown, just sitting in the crown and opening your crown, Krista. There's so much up there that you don't allow us to see. This is the ether. This is the ether that you need to connect with. The spirit, the etheric space, the etheric light. Good. And just breathing and allowing your crown to open a little more. Your team is amazed at what they're seeing here. They're like, wow, look at all this stuff that, we haven't seen before. Can you feel that excitement?
Feel the expansion for sure.
Yeah. And all of those bubbles of light that I saw around you, that's what they're seeing. That is the light language that is waiting to come through, right? It's all just there, just beyond reach at this time. You just need to connect up. Okay. Now, I want you now to open, I'm going to give you an activation to really open your crown and start connecting up into your soul star, 6 feet above your head, to really connect into the multidimensional aspects of soul that are ready for you to be connected to, okay? So just listen again with your heart, no expectations. Allow your team to be a part of this process. Hold them, hold their hands, be with them so that they understand what the work is, what the process is. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, good. Just breathing in through your heart and listening. Sana surdeve anao no I nanao storo hono atamai nawai namau. From your crown chakra, connecting up that column of light right into your soul star in a solid column of light that extends up from your heart space, all the way up through your chakras, all the way up into your soul star. Breathing in and really connecting upwards, pushing up out of your crown, up into your soul star, and reaching those connection points. It's like you're plugging in. Good. Ask your team to help you push, create the momentum, and flow up. Good. You're nearly there. Push up a little bit more. Zasardu zurdimi varataka urdami. Rahasardu zurne yaratapa. There you go. And now just flow. How are you feeling?
I'm floating.
A little lightheaded, yeah? Yeah.
Very.
You're connected to ether now. How's your team?
Sorry about that.
How's your team, Krista?
They're good. They're standing around. I feel their presence definitely stronger than the last couple of weeks.
Yep, good.
I have been by the Holy Spirit. You are connected to the Spirit of earth.
Sorry about that. Moving them,
Spirits of earth.
and you're gone. Sorry about that.
No problem. Okay, now, Krista, I want you to bring your team down back into your throat chakra. Now that they've seen the connections and seen what the potentials are, bring them back down into your throat. Good. See, that feels different, doesn't it? It's a different space now.
It does.
I want you to practice expressing sound. Don't think about words. Don't think about what your light language might sound like. I want you to release sound from your throat chakra. So you unblock your throat chakra. Okay. Whatever it sounds like, it may sound really guttural. You may just be coughing. You may just, anything that wants to be released, allow it to be released. Okay. Go. Surdavana hushar de mi urda. Ziurta fasarna gire sur. Dig it out from the back of your throat, Krista. I want you to open your mouth and just ah. Are you there, Krista?
I'm there, yes.
Okay. Open your mouth and just release sound. We're not trying to make words. Just release all of that stuff that's been stuck at the back of your throat. It doesn't matter what it sounds like.
Well, I definitely just had some vocals that I've never heard come out of my mouth. That's interesting.
Yeah. Keep going. Roso roso hono anaya hoano. How are you feeling?
Definitely from my shoulders up, a whole nother sensation.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a positive one. It's definitely a lighter one.
There's a lot of clearing that needs to happen to start really connecting, to allow the neural connections and the energetic pathways to be reconnected, reconfigured into greater synchronicity and harmony in order for you to really flow in the way that you are desiring.
Okay.
Okay. So practice, right? Do it in the shower, no one can hear you, do it in private, work with your team and clear your throat chakra. There's a lot of stuff that's stuck in there, particularly right at the back of your throat. The more you can clear through sound, right, the easier it'll be. If you want to chat after the show, we certainly can do that.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate it so much. I will definitely be working on this.
Nice.
Thank you, Krista.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining in, honey. Thank you. And again, guys, if you're just popping in, you're listening to Fabiene Lui. She's live now on that YouTube link pinned above in Clubhouse. And I just wanted to go in and check. I saw Maria. We have so many people here in the feeds, guys. I'm going to have you back. We have to talk about that because there's so many people here. And we greatly appreciate you spending time with us, sharing space. Very much so, everyone. So Maria would like to know, she said, let me just go back up. She said, I would like to know what's keeping me stuck. Would definitely love some healing around that.
Okay. Maria. Okay. I'm going to pull a card for you. I'm just shuffling at the moment and just tapping into your energy. Maria Lilium, is that right?
Yes. Lilium.
Okay. The card I'm picking for you is home. And I'm getting a lot of stuff around your sacral as well. So they're showing me that you feel like your heart is not a safe place. You don't trust your heart. There are some times where you feel like you can hear the things that your heart is telling you, but you don't necessarily trust it because it's so far-fetched or so far away from your reality sometimes, right? And this is very much connected to your sacral energy because there's a lot of stuff within, and individually and collectively as women, we all do this. Part of the healing of the divine feminine is really digging deep into our sacred womb, our sacral chakra, and our yoni space to really clear out all of the programming and all of those, ridiculous structures and conformities that we have accumulated through societal, parental, pressures and ideas of what we should be as women, right? And the roles and responsibilities that we are and aren't allowed to be. There's a lot of that stuck in there. There's a lot of intuition that comes from our sacral, particularly for you, intuition that comes from your sacral place that is not being heard. So there's a big disconnect there. So you need to go home. Home is your cosmic heart, the center of your center, your heart space. So if you can, let's do a little bit now. All right, Maria, I want you to breathe deeply and just allow yourself to drop into your heart space. And I know you don't want to go there. I already feel that resistance, that dizziness. Just allow yourself to go into your heart. Your heart is where your absolute truth resides. The portal into your soul, the portal into your cosmic heart, your entire soul experience. There's no judgment there. This is just who you are in the center of your center. And maybe you're afraid because you're maybe afraid to see or feel or experience who you are. Let me tell you that you're very powerful. Let me tell you that you are afraid to step into that power because you are afraid of how your life might change. And it will change, but in ways that you can't fathom, in the ways that you are afraid to receive because you feel unworthy. And we all have parts of ourselves that experience this, that feel this, right? Allow yourself to just go there and just get a little bit of a sense, get a little bit of a taste of that abundance, of that wealth, the wisdom. There you go, just a little bit. There, just a little bit more. Just creep in a little bit more. Breathe. I'm going to help you open into your heart space a little bit more. So just listen with your heart. Sanawiyana hosina Hosana Oni. Drop a little bit deeper. Allow yourself to take that one step deeper in, Maria. Excuse me. Se Hosana Oina Mayo Sanau Hanau Sanau Hinawai. Good. Now a little bit more. Put your whole body in there and feel how it's such an embracing, warm, loving, encouraging, supportive space. Curl yourself up in your heart like a child, like a fetus in a mother's womb. Allow yourself to just be in there, curled up in this beautiful heart space that just holds you in infinite love, in infinite embrace. Sunaya Honosi Hannayo Nahi Manaosanayo Mesuron no Haidayan Moe Sanai Payai O Sayandayu. Good, Maria. Beautiful. See how much better that feels? You're safe. You're safe. And just allow yourself to stay here and just absorb all of the beauty that you are. This is self-love. This is self-acceptance. This is looking at yourself in the mirror and going, wow. Not seeing yourself in the physical beauty, seeing yourself in the shimmering light and luminescence of your light body, of your infinite soul, the eternity of yourself, the immortality of your loving heart. That is who you are, and that is what you're here to remember. How are you feeling?
I'm going to check the feeds because Maria's in Facebook and we sometimes have a delay. And I wanted to say for those of you that are in the feeds, that was absolutely beautiful, Fabian. And if you felt that, take that at energy healing because I know I did. And that goes for podcast players, replay watchers. Yes, Helen said absolutely beautiful. But yeah, I'm checking. I don't see anything yet, but I wanted to make sure everybody knew that because if you just
getting a little lost in her heart, which is beautiful. Let
so beautiful.
her enjoy it.
Oh, Maria said, "Wow, that was so amazing." That's how I felt, Maria. I felt the crying. I felt that. Oh my goodness, absolutely.
Because you went home. You came home, my love. And that's not a place that you've allowed yourself to go very often at all. In fact, it feels like you haven't been there for a very long time, right? We're very consumed by the external, and we very often forget to tune into what's happening inside. Our heart changes all the time. We are evolving all the time. If you can, on a daily basis, check in, see what's happening. Drop into that space. Your heart is your safe haven, your sanctuary. There are things there that you have kept in secret that nobody knows about you, and that's fine. They can stay there. But there's also things that you so deeply desire, that you so deeply feel about yourself, that you won't share with anyone either, that's just for you. And that's okay. But allow yourself to go there. Allow yourself to feel there.
Maria
Yes.
says, yes, I felt a sense of peace. I felt safe. It was beautiful.
Yes. So, yes, Maria, it's about going home, home into your heart space, home back into your soul space, the etheric space of love, reconnecting to your heart. And then from there, as you start reconnecting to all the different pathways, the sacral is a whole different thing. So we can talk more later, and I want to give somebody else an opportunity to do a little bit of work in this moment. So thank you, Maria, for sharing your heart.
Yes.
I know that it takes a lot of strength, a lot of courage, a lot of bravery sometimes to even open up to the possibility. So be really proud of yourself for what you did in that moment and for sharing your heart with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. And I wanted to say, because I know we're closing to the end, if you're still here and any of this resonates, I highly recommend checking out Fabiene Lui, and you can catch her at fabienelui.com. Let me just check. Robin on YouTube says, I just arrived. She's been here a while, but this was, I had her in the beginning. Can I get the Divine Feminine updates, please?
The Divine Feminine update. So what do you mean by that, Robin?
Yeah.
So you want the original templates of Divine Feminine Essence. Okay. Okay. All right, let's do this. Let's do a bit of sacral work. The sacral space, the sacred womb for us women is a bit of a taboo zone for a lot of us because we tend to keep our nonsense there. All of our hurts and pains, all of our wounds, the scars, we keep in our sacred womb. It's like a storage space for our crap. The sacred womb is not a space to store fear and pain. The sacred womb is a space of creation. In the same way that we create babies and grow them in our sacred womb, so do we do this energetically for our life. All of life is seeded in our sacred womb and grown, nourished, and fertilized there. All of your deepest desires, all of your manifestations arise from your sacred womb space. For many of us, we are afraid to go there because it's painful. And through the menstruation process, this is why we experience pains and cramping, because what the body is trying to release physically is all of that pain that we've stored there. And that pain, as it travels through our body and is being released in our monthly cycles, transpires as a physical pain experience, right? When we surrender to that, when we bow to that process and allow the release of that stuck energy, the release of that pain, it is a very powerful experience. But for many of us, we don't choose to see it that way. We choose to continue to ignore it, which compounds the pain. The sacred womb, this is the work of the rise of the divine feminine. The rise of the divine feminine is the restoration of the divine feminine energy from which we were birthed and from which we create with. So for the collective, let's all tap into our sacral space, into our womb space. I call on the Sisterhood of the Rose to surround us, to support us with the bloom of our divine feminine energy, for the ignition and activation of a divine sacred fire, the trifold flame of life, to clear, to heal, and to restore ourselves with the divine essence of life that we create from our sacred womb space, our sacral chakra. Zuravasarnur deviyena navatasur deviyahata nartu ushai. Nasardu zur deviyanaka. Lamba zur devesarda vosur. Vekarda makur deviyakinar. Zasur devikar. Zanakatur deviginiraru sur devikin. Zardu sardave. The spark begins in the root. Zusarda vasur deviyana karnatutur. Dasardu hushardimi manur davaki. Ignite in your sacral. Varusata narototort. Vesurde vesarda menkira vanoai. Ignite in your solar. Vatsanur de viki. La fardu sur de via sarda vekiro totsur. Vasur de via hartu. Nagar de vi sakunur de. Take all three sparks of the yellow, orange, and red and create the trifold flame, the sacred flame of life. Sureyarotum Mezarosu anai Nevazorosu ranamehuan Mezayanu. Say shardu urtarte me wiki. Meet your divine feminine with gentility, with gentleness. Welcome her in your flow. Say yaratai. Sunayashayanu. And in the same way that the divine masculine was restored with the solar bridge earlier, so has the divine feminine been restored. Invite them to dance a dance of creation, of harmony, so you understand the dance of life that happens in every breath, in every moment of your birth, death, and rebirth in the cycles of life within you. Breathing in, allowing that union of the divine feminine and divine masculine, the yin and yang. Watch them flow. Watch them meld and merge and melt. Watch them push and pull the tension as they come apart and come together in that infinite dance of life. Inhale. Exhale in gratitude. Inhale in love. Exhale and bow in humility to this divine dance. How are you feeling, Lisa?
Wow. Like I said before, I'm going to go back and watch this replay over again and with my family as well, because this show, guys, this is, I know I'm speaking for many that have attended. This show is amazing. And yeah, I'm going to integrate that, rewatch it again. And I just want to make sure, Robin, okay, I don't see anything. Thank you for asking that, Robin. That was wonderful. And I wanted to say thank you to everyone that joined us on Clubhouse, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Twitch, replay watchers, podcast listeners. Thank you so much for joining us and holding space. I hope you'll check out Fabienne Lynn if anything resonated. Absolutely beautiful. She is a powerhouse. Again, I'm sure I can speak for many that are attending. We're very grateful for you sharing your beautiful essence with us today. Amazing, 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 Fabienne. Yes, you just summed it up, Jennifer. Jennifer said, wow, wow, wow. Oh, that's awesome. I know we're at the end of our show, and there were so many still here with us. I would love to talk with you about possibly coming back again. I just love your
Absolutely.
energy. Oh my goodness. Guys, she's coming from Australia, so it's early in the morning for her. We greatly appreciate again your time and energy that you took out of your day today. Did you have any last words you want to say before we depart?
Yes. We are all incredibly powerful. The work that we did here today was because we co-created the energy, we co-created the space to enable us to be here in naked vulnerability, to share our humble hearts, and to do this work individually and collectively. It's because of all of you that we can do this. I am but a channel, I am but a vessel, and so are you. You're all incredibly powerful beings of light. I see all of you. I see your highest potentials. And I hope that you took so much away from today and that so much of your DNA has been illuminated that you can carry forth in your legacy and how you show up in the world. Be well. Thank you so much, Lisa, for this opportunity. It's been beautiful.
Thank you. Honey. I just love, love, love spending time with you. I just can't believe how fast that went by. Thank you, everyone. So much love to you all. And whatever platform you're on, please hit that subscribe button, notification bell, because we have so many beautiful energy practitioners coming on the show weekly. And check out Fabiene Lui. She's amazing. So much love to you all. Take care. Mwah. Bye, Fabienne.